Hey, my name is Bullets, and I already know what you're thinking. I can read minds actually. What is Pet the Pup, and why would someone submit it to AGDQ 2018? Well, I have the answer for you. Pet the Pup is one of the most innovative games I've played ever, and it is the basis of the plot is that you are a awkward person at a party and you've been invited, but your friends aren't even here, so you've got no one to talk to. So the only thing that can save you is a rumor that there is a mythical pup found within this house, and if you pet it, then you'll pet a pup, and that's basically it. The plot's pretty in depth and kind of extensive, but I think it's fairly good. But anyways, speedrun wise, since that's kind of the important part. The speedrun for Pet the Pup seems at first glance completely random, which I'm going to tell you it's not. The game itself has random elements. Obviously, the layout, the rooms you get, the order of rooms you get, how many rooms you get is random. But you'll see with rooms that there's a consistency with the layouts. Certain rooms, always one door will be like a bathroom in it, or always two doors will be the wrong door. And that'll be consistent with that layout, and it will never change. So by knowing this, and by using audio, you can actually hear where the dog is, because they'll make a barking sound like every 8 seconds or so. As well as there'll be like text that pops up that shows you where he is if you're close enough. With those two, and also with kind of picking up the patterns and realizing the layouts and knowing like roughly how large the house is going to be, you can really nail down the time for this and the consistency for this. And especially in a race setting, it's not too detrimental to have slightly random elements to this. I think it'll be a very fun show. It'll be silly. I think the game definitely has some novelty with just the silliness of the story of it, but still, we've done a race actually for a different marathon called Valuethon, and we were actually within 8 seconds of each other, and also when we were doing practice races, we found that our times were fairly close to one another, so it's actually fairly competitive, even with people with very far out PBs. You'll find that when it comes to a race, it'll actually end up being fairly close to one another. The estimate is what it is because, as you can see at the top, the game does have a time limit, and I think a race obviously is best so we don't have like somebody fails. But like, I've literally in my entire time running 10 pups, I have never ever had it where I run out of time in this category. It is almost impossible, no matter how badly the game messes you up, to run out of time. Only had that happen once with any runner that I'm aware of, and I've never had it have it personally to me or the other runner that I'm aware of that's submitting as a race. But like I said, I mean, it's fun, it's silly, it's just something that the game itself came out like a couple months ago, but I think for only being 8 minutes, it's got its place, and it's pretty fun and silly, and it'll be a good time. Definitely the race itself will be fairly close. There's plenty to discuss. Like, it seems silly and something we'll joke about and just have a good time with, but even like speedrun wise and strat wise and layout wise, there's stuff to discuss. There's plenty like, oh, in this layout, this door is always wrong and this one's always right, sort of thing, and this is what I'm looking out for, and all this stuff. Also, apparently dogs can like bug into door cases. You knew that. Also, the game, we've never had it as well where the game, like, the level's uncompletable, so like that's not something we have to worry about. It's fairly solidly made, and I think it would be a lot of fun to show off at AGDQ 2018, especially as a race. Though we could obviously do a solo run. Do know that usually there's only 2 PCs available for the PC runners, but either way, we'll make do. So we have a 2-person race, we had a 2-person race. We just do one run, it's fine. We would just like to show off this legendary game. It'll be Game of the Year. Nobody knows this yet. We're letting you guys in on the inside track for this a little bit. So thank you for considering this prestigious game for your marathon. And I won't let you guys down. That's all I'll say about that.